I grew up around that. I grew up around racism. So when we were doing those promos, I know Dutch. I know they were just promos, but they were close to me. They were very important to me because I grew up around that. I grew up around a lot of people that kept saying, "Go home. You're not from here."
I mean, because you were so good at your job, do you think I mean, the world did not get the chance to see how good you are as a wrestler as well?
Um, I'm getting older, but I still feel like I can still do it. I still feel that um, only a small amount of people know what I can do in the ring. Like I said, I have a lot of friends and I have a lot of students in both companies, um, so they know. I personally wish there was more people that knew about it, um, but that's what I'm trying to do right now on the independents. I'm trying to kind of show that I have the skill, I have the ability, that I can wrestle. So it's just a matter of hopefully once COVID unfortunately, ruined a lot of things. There were so many plans, but unfortunately COVID messed up a lot of stuff. So we've basically almost wasted almost 2 years, well, a year and a half now. But I'm hoping that once things start slowly to get back to normal, I can kind of get back to it and show basically the world that I can wrestle, that I know how to wrestle. Um, I'm a teacher, I'm a trainer, so I should hopefully know how to wrestle.
Fantastic, man. So, I asked you for a great Khali story. You were also around Rob Van Dam, and everybody loves the Rob Van Dam story. Do you have any?
And it's kind of weird, but it's not. Again, I go to the same thing. They're not really funny stories, but they're stories. I met Rob Van Dam way before WWE. I worked with Rob Van Dam way before WWE. I used to train at this school in California named Knox Pro, which was owned by Rikishi. And Rob Van Dam came down when he was in TNA to film his music video. Uh, so if you ever go back and then watch, you can go on YouTube and look it up. I believe is the name of the band was Cushionator, or yeah, Crushionator with the K. And it's Rob Van Dam the whole effing show. Myself and Miro are both on in that video.
Wow.
So we're both in that video because we used to train together at the school. So you can go back and watch it, and that's where I met Rob Van Dam. I was in that video. I was with a mask. Um, so I met him there first. When we got to WWE, if you ever meet Rob Van Dam's so relaxed, so chill. So he'll come, he'll say hi to you, and then he'll just kind of go away, and then he'll come back after a little while. So I didn't get a chance to really hang out with Rob Van Dam as much as I did with Alberto. It was two completely separate things. And Rob, like I said, he was just kind of to himself. Um, so yeah, that's basically what it was. And I know it was weird. I know it was different when I was with him versus when I was with Alberto. It was very different, and I know that. But I didn't spend a lot of time with Rob, unfortunately.
Okay. So, would you say you and Alberto, you guys were always on the same wavelength? Are you similar people?
We were not. We're very different. We are very different people. Um, but we were always together. We were always together, and I think that also helped with the chemistry on TV because I got to learn about him. He got to learn about me. I got to learn his timing of when he talks. I and you'll see it a lot too if you ever go back and watch videos from when we were together, especially when he's doing a promo. Um, well, first of all, I knew what the promo was, so but I can also, because I spent so much time with him, I know his timing, when he's gonna say something, how he's gonna say something. So I already know how to react to what he says. Uh, and then also because of his language, especially in the beginning, because the language barrier, he was still learning English. There were so many times where I had to help him, and like you can see it when he's talking and he was kind of slowed down. I know that he was getting to a point where he had to be reminded, and it's a language thing. It's not anybody, because he's a very intelligent person. He really is. But no, the language sometimes, especially when you're still learning it, you can see that I would kind of go behind his ear, behind him, and I would tell him the next little piece, and then he would go like, "Okay, got it," and then he would keep going. Um, but that's what we would do. We would help each other. We would always help each other. But like I said, because we spent so much time together, we know how to feed off of each other.
And it's 10 years since he won the Money in the Bank contract. I mean, so
Wow.
it's insane. Do you have any memories of that time?
Yeah. Oh, 10 years, man. You're making me feel old. That's crazy. It's been 12 years since I was with WWE. Since I signed, excuse me. Yeah,
Yeah.
12 years since I signed. In August 13, 2010 is when I signed with WWE. That's crazy. That's ah, you're making me feel old. Um, yeah, that was amazing because that started a lot of stuff. There was a lot of times when I would take the briefcase home because either he didn't want to carry it, and then he would just tell me, "Hey, just bring it to the house shows." So I would take it home. That to me was cool because I'm still a fan. I'm still a fan. I'm still a little kid inside, you know. Um, so I would take it home and I would just set it on my table, and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool. That's cool. That's a WWE thing. I'm with WWE. That's cool." So it was very surreal. It was very awesome, and I'm very thankful for all the moments we had with WWE, and Money in the Bank was one of them.
So obviously that was one of the highlights of that pay-per-view. The other one was CM Punk versus John Cena. I mean, many people call that the greatest match
Oh
of the
yeah,
modern era. You have any memories of that match?
yeah. Well, I mean, that's when it was title versus title, right? Was that it, or no? That
No,
wasn't
no,
it. No,
no.
that wasn't it. That wasn't it. No, that wasn't it. Um, yeah. Then in that case, I don't remember. I don't remember that the rest of the night because I think I was just so focused on the Money in the Bank.
Right, right. Cool,
So
man.
yeah, I don't remember the rest of it.
So I am fortunate enough to work with Dutch Mantell. He's a part of
Mm.
Sportskeeda Wrestling. He does a lot of stuff.
Oh, he's great. He's great. I love him.
He sent a message
Um,
about you, in fact. He said that I was fortunate enough to work with Ricardo because my physicality was limited when I was working with him, but he had the mind and the tools to make it all work. Do you have any memories of working with Zeb Coulter?
yeah. Well, aside from the promos, because the promos that we did were to me amazing, amazing, and when we were doing the race thing, that to me hit close to home because I'm used to growing up being Mexican American. I grew up around that. I grew up around racism. So when we were doing those promos, I know Dutch, I know they were just promos, but they were close to me. They were very important to me because I grew up around that. I grew up around a lot of people that kept saying, "Go home. You're not from here." Like I was born in Burbank, Los Angeles, California, but I grew up around people like that. So when we were doing those promos, they were really sensitive to me, and then they were very important to me because I wanted to get that message out that there are people like that. Unfortunately, like I said, I know Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter are not like that, and Dutch. I know they're not like that, but they were promos. We were acting, but still, um, when we had a match, and yeah, he was limited to his physical abilities because his age and all that other stuff, but uh, it was easy. It was so easy to work with him. Uh, uh, yeah, so I was very thankful for that opportunity because to me it was like, oh, this is cool because I know who Dutch Mantell was. I know who he is. I watched him when I was smaller, when I was before WWE. I used to watch him. Um, and then so when I found out he came to WWE, like I was super excited because this is something that I watched when I was younger. Uh, so I was super excited and I was very thankful and very grateful and those are moments that nobody can ever take away from me because I was basically his last match. I think
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think I was his last match. So that's awesome to me because I don't think he ever did a match after that.
I don't think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. So I was his last match. So that to me is cool. I was also like Bret Hart's last TV match. I think. I think.
Wow.
So that like little things like that. But no, I'm very thankful for Dutch. I'm very thankful for him.
Another person who was a part of that match was Biggie Langston, who is Mr.
Hmm.
Money in the Bank this year. So,
Yeah.
did you see that kind of promise in him back then?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He's definitely one of those that he has that potential. You know that he can be that person. It took long enough. I mean he could have been in that position way a couple years ago. But I'm glad that he finally got it because he does deserve it. He works hard. He does. And I know we always say, oh, he's a hard worker. And this like no, but if you actually know Biggie, he really is a hard worker. He puts in 100% every single time, and I'm glad that he finally got it. It should have been done years ago, but I'm glad that he finally got it. He's getting his moment. He's gonna get it. He's gonna be champion. We all know he's gonna be champion.